people of Akwa Ibom State. Today is Good Friday. This is Akwa Ibom State COVID-19 update. Following the latest review of the current global COVID-19 situation and taking into account the need for continued protection of all citizens and residents in the state against the threat of the raging pandemic, it has become necessary to reiterate that the Quarantine and Restriction of Movement Regulations 2020 is still in operations. However, churches and religious gatherings are allowed on Friday, April 10th and Sunday, April 12, 2020, but must comply strictly to the following guidelines. All churches and religious gatherings must disperse early enough to ensure that members of the congregation return home on or before 1 p.m. The Quarantine and Restriction of Movement Regulations 2020, earlier signed into operations by His Excellency the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Dom Emmanuel, and announced, recommences at 1 p.m. on both days, but remains in full operations on all subsequent days until further notice. All such congregations must not have more than 20 persons, including the pastor or priest, as the case may be, and choir per church, irrespective of the size of the church. Seating arrangement must be social distancing compliant. All congregations must ensure that hand sanitizers are provided at entry points and face masks are worn for the duration of such gathering. Non-contact infrared thermometer should be used at the entrance. Any member of the congregation whose body temperature is 38 degrees centigrade and above should promptly be referred to the nearest healthcare facility. All members of the congregation must wash their hands with soap and running water before and after such congregation. This supersedes the early announcement. Citizens and residents are enjoined to ensure that they adhere strictly to these guidelines, as law enforcement agencies are mandated to ensure full compliance. The Akwa Ibom State government shall continue to do all within its powers and the ambit of existing laws and regulations to protect lives, properties, and economic endeavors within its territory. The COVID-19 pandemic is devoid of political, ethnic, religious, and indeed all other related nuances. It calls for unity and oneness of purpose to minimize the surge in our state. Thank you and God bless.